My name is Jason Meneely, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Interior Design at the University of Florida. I am here today to share with you some of the exciting things that I have been doing with virtual reality to engage my students in studio. When virtual reality headsets hit the market in 2016, I was eager to explore their potential role in design education. But to be honest, I also worried that VR could become a blindfold if left to its own devices. A whiz-bang environment that could easily distract my students from the very real consequences of their design decisions. I wanted VR headsets to become more than just the next cool way for my students to present a project. I needed to go deeper. I needed to develop tools and strategies that connect the novelty of VR to the virtues of our discipline, to human-centered design, to experiential learning, and to evidence-based solutions. In this presentation, I will share 3 values-driven approaches I have developed to meaningfully employ VR in interior design education. My first strategy for VR, virtually place students into the shoes of others to better evaluate their in-process work. How would students change their evolving design solutions after visiting their space in a wheelchair, with low vision, or even as a child? I worked with some amazing student volunteers from UF's computer science program to develop and code virtual characters to inhabit the 3D files my students were already making in studio. We designed the wheelchair to use Oculus Rift touch controllers, which allowed students to grip the virtual wheels to propel and steer the chair. To increase authenticity, we made the wheelchair accelerate faster when students push harder and brake when they grip the wheels tighter. I did not want students to have to learn yet another software application. Instead, students worked with 3D modeling software they were already familiar with. They simply export their project in FBX format, launch the application we created in Unity, choose the character they want to be, and open their exported file to begin. Let's see the process in action. After the initial hype wore off,
This is the coolest thing. How did you do this?
and a small learning curve,
How do you stop?
students began to reflect on how they would modify their design solutions to better support wheelchair users.
So yeah, obviously right off the bat, I noticed this sculptural piece in the middle is way too big. And if I had just walked in, it would block my view of the merchandise and the branding on the back wall. I think that with this, it would just be hard to see the glasses on the higher shelves because of the chairs are in the way. I can't really back up enough to get a good look at them.
And how high are you able to reach out of all your shelves?
So I guess maybe just the third one if I really stretch.
Now see how high you can reach on that shelf.
Yeah, still not all the way up.
So how would that change anything?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if the glasses were on the higher shelves, they wouldn't really be meant to be, I don't know, looked at closely. It would just probably be more of a display thing.
And
but
was that your original intent? Or?
No, not really.
Okay.
So yeah, that probably should change and just move the whole thing down. It might be hard getting in here.
You can't get in there.
Yeah.
There's an issue.
That's yeah.
Well, it's amazing how long it took you to discover.
I know. I didn't try to do it. Yeah. No, I'm stuck.
You're stuck right now?
Yeah. So I can't even get by. So yeah, that's definitely, and those are hard to reach.
This is a little claustrophobic back here for wheelchairs. Didn't really think of that.
Yeah, that's really hard to grab up there.
I probably could have put some shorter or smaller tables because obviously, this kind of feels, it's kind of sad because, obviously I can't really access the bar area.
I could not have been more pleased with the learning outcomes. My students were designing beyond accessibility codes to address a more holistic end-user experience that included physical reach, social inclusion, sightlines, and safety. The learning was truly transformative. Student awareness, self-observation, and self-reflection were greatly enhanced.
Because I think when I'm designing, I'm only looking at the floor plan and I'm just making sure I have 3 feet around everything. And I'm not thinking about the vertical side of things and reaching and looking around at things and how that would affect your point of view.
For my next steps, I am now ready for students to employ a series of low vision characters that simulate everything from cataracts and macular degeneration to glaucoma and color blindness. The severity level of each condition can be adjusted with sliders so students can evaluate a range of color and contrast relationships that can impact safety. My second strategy employed VR to immerse students into experiential case studies of cutting-edge interior spaces. For example, I was invited by ASID to create a virtual tour of their DC headquarters. Since the space is WELL Building certified, I wanted students to drill down deeper into the design principles operating under the hood. So I ensured that learning content was integrated into every room of the tour. Students can access a floor plan to teleport around the space and are encouraged to click floating information icons to learn more about the design. I have made 7 immersive case studies to date, which are great for virtual field trips during lecture and is an online resource for students. Using virtual reality to conduct research in environments that have yet to be built is compelling. While my students quickly collected valuable data with the virtual characters, we must be extra careful of the assumptions we make. While some things translate well between virtual and real worlds, some things never will. The tactility of material, the comfort of a chair, or the multi-sensory experience of space. For my third strategy, I am conducting experimental research to map out the limitations of VR for simulating reality. Where can we safely employ VR for research, and where is it best avoided? By comparing differences in human perception between real and virtual worlds, we can maximize the validity of using VR to research the built environment. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this work as much as I have enjoyed seeing it come to life. As technology continues to change the way we work, we must ensure it does not alter why we work. If we do not assert our values over technology, technology will surely assert itself over us. We must work hard as an educational community to keep our eyes open and our blindfolds off.